Do you think the Scorpion Kings will fill up FNB?
They probably will.
But Piano is dying, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I still listen to Piano.
Yeah, it's a slow death being
But
resold.
they're not Chris Brown, man. Dog. FNB, man. You see FNB, man.
So with DJ Tira, Chief, he has played his part in recruiting people, making sure that they are at a close proximity with him. Whatever then happens.
What are your views on being like stepdads?
Stepdads.
Yeah.
It's a no-go area.
How do we differentiate between love and lust? Because I feel like the problem is there. I'm Khaled, but now you think you love the person, but you only want to be intimate with her. Next thing, here's a baby. How was the weekend?
No, chilled. It's not even finished yet. If you look at it. But yeah.
It just started.
Yeah, I need some as well. That's when it's over now.
It's over now.
Yeah, let's start a new party.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Just straight, bro. Because I was thinking with that long weekend, you want to say like a young vacation, something in Yana.
Yeah.
On Thalwan.
Where did you go?
I was just chilling.
Oh, just chilling.
Yeah, I was just chilling. Just
Well, I
relaxing.
remember last time I called you, I think I was driving back home, and then you were like,
that was the
now
previous
is
week.
my- Previous week,
Yeah, that was the previous week.
Time
Yeah.
flies, ne?
Went out with the
Yeah,
men there,
time-
you know.
time really flies.
Hey, bro, I was in dipshit. You know what I did?
Mm-hmm.
So, I bought my madam flowers, right? Flowers, and we were celebrating the graduation. Right?
Romance.
Yeah, man. I mean, just once in a while, you know. Hey, then I posted that shit, bro.
You posted it.
Yeah.
And then it's a problem. Well,
The ladies in my DMs. I didn't think majority of the women in my DMs, when they look at me, they just see a snack.
Yeah. That's why you must choose if you want to have a public relationship or a private relationship.
And when that happened, I was thinking of CM. I was like, dude, you go through this every day.
Yeah. It's like that, Chief. It's like that.
Yo, it's like, and I started getting more viewers.
It's that of a big deal. Because I remember just recently I was doing Anonymous. You know, sometimes when I'm feeling bored, like I'm doing nothing, I don't want to watch TV, I just go on Anonymous. And then from there, you'll start hearing things, Chief. From 20, no, I'm lying, from 19
Yeah.
anonymous messages, I only responded to 2.
So,
I cannot deal with the rest. If I was to show you, Chief, you know, with ladies, you know, they don't really care if you've got a partner or not. They just want to play their own part. Yeah.
But I think is the fact that when you're not in a relationship, nobody wants you.
Mm-hmm.
The time you're in, and they can see the type of love, when you're in a relationship, the things that you buy for your person and everything. Now everybody wants to experience that because they can see you're capable.
Yes. It's the capability.
Yes. Hey, you want some?
No, I'm good. I'm set today, yeah? I'm set today. I'm ready.
Hey, bro. And now I was like, no, these people expect me to explain myself for just a young outing. They're crazy. I'm not going to explain because I don't normally explain myself to women, bro. Like, nah.
Especially if someone is not your woman. Then it makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, why does that offend you?
Yeah, they're just a crowd, man. They're just a crowd trying to fit into the men's boots. The boy is killing lately, eh?
No, really.
Yeah.
Just that.
But I can see you blushing.
Gangster move in silence, bro. Don't talk a lot.
Blushing.
Gangster move in silence. Don't talk a lot. You know, like, yeah, that's why I love my relationships in private. Because I'm not ready for a public relationship, you know. Public relationship, they need you, and you know, like, you have time for it, like posting content, be consistent. Like, I don't mind having a YouTube channel just for me and my girl.
It's not even about you having a YouTube channel or be posting from time to time.
Yeah.
But just for people to publicly know that you are in a relationship.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have these assumptions that, okay, people are not going to text you just because you're in a relationship, but still, they go for it.
But posting an arm and shoes is not enough, or weave is not enough. It's not enough, dog. Because you know how niggas do. Just go to Instagram, see maybe a couple doing some crazy stuff, then you steal the picture, you crop it out, then you just post it. Then people assume you're dating. They want to see you holding her hand. Then it's, that nigga's in a relationship.
Yeah. What can you say?
What are your views on on being like stepdads?
Stepdads.
Yeah.
It's a no-go area.
Tell me about
It's
it.
a no-go area. I was actually watching something just recently,
Mm.
and this guy was talking about this thing of stepdads, and
Yeah.
you could see, the response from people. Some would claim, okay, maybe it just depends on the relationship with other parent on the other side.
Yeah.
And for me personally, I think I'd also advocate for such, because when we're talking about stepdads, we're talking of many priorities, because now you have to inherit responsibilities that you've never created from the get-go.
Yeah.
Right? And you have to deal with them, whether it be emotionally, whether it be physically or practically. You have to be there. And when you're dealing with someone that is not of your own, you have to be cautious in terms of how you move, the way you do things and all of that. But personally with me, now if you're talking of stepfather chief, nah.
Because, for instance, let's say, like me, I don't have a child, right? This woman is beautiful, and it happens that she have a baby, and the nigga's still alive. No, bro. Yazi Zulu's tin. Lapho amanzi amekhona ayaphinda. And now this nigga, when he comes and check for the child, I must be comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, I was ingane. Okay. Like, I don't get it.
And
bro.
the calls, chief, and the calls that would be coming in from time to time. Hence, I think by the start of the relationship, you have to rather have boundaries. Talk about it before time, because if you don't talk about it, then definitely it will end up being an issue. Because like I said to you, there's so many factors that contribute to the relationship not to be stable. If we can count, especially financially, now sometimes you have to deal with school fees, you have to deal with food, activities, you have to deal with medical aid costs.
Yeah.
It depends on the type of relationship that you've set yourself with your current partner. And sometimes I'm actually I'd find akafuni even the presence your father on the other side. But it's unfortunate because legally that person is entitled to the child, and you yourself, you're not entitled to the child. And it comes with these negative connotations sometimes, because also in a case where, let's say you've now broken up with a partner in terms of the relationship and things like that, and you've already created this bond with this child, so it's not easy to detach even with a child. As well as the comparison that you'd find when you're the stepfather. Sometimes the child wants to compare you to their biological father,
Bro.
so it's an issue on its own. There's so many factors, if I can put it that way, that
If he's dead, I can date. When the stepdad, when the actual dad is still alive, nah, bro. At least I can't compete with somebody who's dead.
But again, you also need to ask yourself how far you can go in terms of you not wanting the father to be present, because at the same time, it is important for the child to have a connection with their biological father, especially if they are around. Because now, if you want to push the agenda of magafe man, and especially with ladies like that a lot, they would say,
Okay, so there are right ways of doing that. The communication channels should run through abantu abadala, right? Maybe the lady's mom and whatsoever. But it's a problem to me when you keep all the frustration to the mother. Silele ngoku uyafona, bro, like, why? 9 o'clock or it's 10 o'clock. Why would you call at that time?
No boundaries, absolutely no boundaries.
Yeah, so I have a problem with the disrespect. And not that I have trust issues, but for me, I feel like it's better if I'm dating a woman who has a child, when the dad is not present. Maybe something happened to him. Maybe he's disabled, or maybe he passed away, right? But normally like that, I feel like, nah, bro. Unless if I have a child also, then I know, okay, it's pound to pound.
And do you know, I've got a personal experience when it comes to this topic. It's one of those sensitive topics as well, because when there's a third person that, like I said in the beginning, you've never created, that person is going to create something within the relationship. It's either they're going to build the relationship or rather, tone it down.
Because it also goes with competition. The bro used to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You now come, you're doing things differently. Let's talk about on Women's Day. Oh, Mother's Day. Mother's Day.
It's actually coming.
Yeah, Mother's Day is coming, and those people, they're family.
And who's supposed to get a Mother's Day gift? If, for instance, now you see I've got a child, no? And there's the mother of my child, and then I've got my mother as well. She's still alive. Who is entitled to the gift? Both of them or one?
Both of them.
Why? Is my partner my mother?
But she's a mother to your child.
I just tricked you. My child must do something for her mommy.
So meaning that the dad does not have to do anything for the baby mama.
No, if I was Tetinyani, I'm supposed to be gifting my mother. On Mother's Day. Yeah, but I mean, it's my partner, especially if we stay together like we are now. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? But rightfully so.
Maybe on Women's Day, then it's fair.
Maybe on Women's Day. When is it? Is it in August?
Yeah.
Maybe on Women's Day.
On Women's Day, because it's not fair. And I also don't see the need for the guy to post the mother of a child on Women's Day if they're not together. Like, why? Why are we still posting it?
There's still something,
move on,
Chief.
Yeah, move on.
There's still something. You know, it's not always easy to just move on, especially from that environment.
Straight, because you have this child that bring you guys together.
Those pillow talks as well. Very strong pillow talks. So it's not easy to just jump from one relationship to the other. Unless someone did a fuck up. For me, I just drop you like hot potato, Chief. I don't play.
Bezila zobona umntwana. Kingekho.
Hayi, uzelani.
You
can meet there at the mall, Chief. You can meet there somewhere there.
You must see the child. Okay, he must call, speak to the mother of my girlfriend. They must find a way of arranging him getting the baby without you being involved.
That's why you must not take over from Ububhangonga Kankubens.
Straight.
Especially when you're young. Chief, you're trying to build, young as you are, young as I am, trying to build. There's obviously financial constraints from now and again. Now there's someone coming with a baggage that is not yours. It's difficult,
bro.
It's extremely difficult as well. If you go to households, especially on black communities, you look at the culture there. It's somehow at the highest level of toxicity because if umzekelo uchatile, a woman is married with this guy, a random guy. Umntana wakhe, umntana wewoman le nthetha ngayo, you'd find that uyakwazi uhlala apha endlini yena. But if it's the father's child, it's not easy.
Bro.
The relationship is not going to be smooth because every time a woman will have that thing, so it differs with people, but majority of women, you'd find that they act pretty much weird.
Why?
I have no idea. Sometimes I ask myself, because women hate each other. At the same time, they love each other. But there's no balance between those two.
Competition.
Because, especially if there's going to be competition between them, and then suddenly they hate each other. If you're talking about something that has to do with feminism, they're going to support each other. So how far does it go?
Hey, bro, that conversation is deep. But for me, what causes the baby mama and the baby father to break up after the lady is pregnant? Because if you can check in our generation, there's a lot of separated parents. And you find that there's a lot of, you can't even date, You go this, I have a child. Okay, what happens to the father of the baby? We broke up. There's a lot of that. What causes that?
But if you look at it, it's not just something that is happening in this day and age. Chief, in the 1900s, I'm going to say our parents, I'm going to include my parents as well.
Life.
You'd find that our parents as well as grandparents, they had like 9 children, 10 children at home. But nowadays you'd find, okay, someone is 2, someone is 3.
Yeah.
And then from there they start stopping and they look back and do a self-introspection, look into their lives. And especially in the 1970s, before TV was there, Chief, there was nothing to do.
Yeah.
There was nothing to do. But we look at it from this day and age perspective, that, okay, people now would find that for every time that you're about to date someone, they have a child. They have two children and things like that. But it doesn't mean that it's something that is only starting now. It has been happening since back in the days.
But now it's worse.
But now it's worse. And the issue now is their father's running.
But why?
Their father's running. Sometimes it's a one-night stand. Yeah, it's just a one-night stand, or you were not pretty much serious about this thing. For some people, you find that, there is a connection there. And then from there, they start building. You know, if you look at my case, for example, myself and my woman, before we started having our child, we were not, like, we didn't have a lot of time together. It was a very short space of time. We connected till to date. We connected. And it's actually the first woman that I got to exceed a year with.
Yes,
Chief.
that's great.
But yeah, so there's such things that happen where you find that this one was just a one-night stand. The guy really didn't mean to impregnate this woman, and you find that they do not want to do abortion, of which for some people they're pretty much against that, even though we can take it to the laws of the country where one can do it, and things like that. But what can you say?
Hey, Brian. How do we differentiate between love and lust? Because I feel like the problem is there. I'm Khaled, but now you think you love the person, but you only want to be intimate with her. Next thing, here's a baby. How do we differentiate?
Can we direct that question to you? Let me hear your thoughts. Let me hear your thoughts, because you have it right there with you.
But I feel like as men, it's very difficult to differentiate if because we are very physical. You see, and you think you love her, but you don't. Then it happens that you're able for now you guys sleep together, then you meet. We understand. Well, with love, irrespective of the looks, which they do count, but irrespective of the looks, then you'll be like, you can get back to your senses. Okay, let me use a condom. Fast, right? But with lust, you don't even think of such things. Next thing, if STIs, HIV and AIDS, we are cool. Then the lady's pregnant now. So you don't think of the consequences.
Yeah.
So I think it comes where if you get the sex, and how responsible are you after getting it personally with me? What are your views?
Lust over love. Lust, you're just playing with your mind, man.
How do we differentiate?
Differentiating would be, like we said, lust is something temporary. Yeah, it's just for now. A woman can enter there, and I'm attracted to her physically. But if we're talking about emotions, if you're talking about things that are deep inside within the relationship, obviously you do not know. You might have to go through the path of getting to know them and things like that. So for me, lust is something that just needs to be avoided, because it happens even when you're in relationships. Okay. Where, like you said now, you see someone opagile, or somewhere else. Even if chief man.
Even in church, yeah.
Even in church.
Yeah.
These things happen. Yeah, but it's not real love.
But you can only find out after you had sex with the person. That's my problem. As I'm a cheat, okay, cool. Even when you love the person, the first thing you'll make sure you tick, okay, how does she look? You even imagine you in a relationship with that person already. Okay, it will work. The looks.
But what are you finding out after having sex with someone?
Like dig, you got what you wanted.
But it happens to even someone or Jolanai. It doesn't happen, go.
But what makes you want to come back?
But you must just not say it to a woman.
Yes.
Obviously, it's going to sound offensive, but sometimes but
there's a difference here, Jonga. There's that thing of, okay, after the sex, irrespective of how long or what happens, you guys try to communicate. She still annoys you, right? But if I love this person, yes, you're going to annoy me here and there. But I still have that thing of, hey, I love this person. The way I feel. She understands me, man. she can sit down and be like, no, Thato, you're right.
Yeah.
There's a difference. But I'm saying, how do we differentiate between love and lust? Because with lust, for you to know, okay, you love this person or not, you can see it after sex. We sleep together. How I feel afterwards about you will tell me if I love you or not.
Okay, in simple terms for me, when we're talking about love, most of the time you realize if you love someone, okay, well, with me, when we're fighting.
Okay.
Or just immediately after a fight. Also love, you have to also realize that it's not about really loving someone. It's about committing to someone. It's about be willing to go down with them. For me, that's love. It's not about only the fun and rosy times where you feel like, I'm in love, the out is over the moon. No, it doesn't work like that. Personally, with me, you have to be at a time where you feel like it's not even about love now. It's about commitment. This person, it's because I'm committed to this relationship. Because there was a time, obviously, where you were so much crazy about Lomnan. You understand? But it's not always going to be like that. You need to ask yourself a question also about abantu bafika njani 10 years, 20 years. I'm not talking about toxic relationships.
Okay.
Because you can get to 10 years, a relationship may be toxic.
Straight.
You understand? But I'm not talking about that now. I'm talking about real relationships where people are fighting. Not fighting each other, but fighting the problems that they're encountering in the relationship. Because as you grow, right, there would be things that you have to deal with. Sometimes you meet up with someone, now there's challenges, there's financial challenges, now there's children, and all those factors.
Straight.
You understand? It's the part and parcel of it. For me personally, love really revolves around commitment. Of which it takes me to a topic.
Yeah.
I saw something on, I think on TikTok, if not Facebook, and it was trending at that time, I think a couple of days back. Kokole auti isemonti ingejelo mnana. They were 3 months in the relationship. 3 months in the relationship. I don't know how to think about that. Talking of lust. And I don't know how to think about that. What will be your views about that? Because for some people, they find it like as indo a cool, yabo, le outi bone, manchanga, na gumdu aki, yabo, and then suddenly say funum draw. What are your thoughts about that? 3 months in the relationship, Chief.
But let's be honest, man to man. Let's be honest, Joe. Last or not, ne? As a machita, you always have the category of a woman that you need. Your woman must be like this, right? And she's imaginary in your head in terms of behavior. She must be goal-driven. She must be like this. Cool. What happens when you find that person tomorrow? That person allows you to be in their space. You can see this person loves you. Why must you waste time? So I feel like as a machita, once you get the person that the woman of your dreams, then it makes sense. I can even marry you tomorrow. So same. I think the guy also saw the same thing. It's okay. This is the type of woman I want. Why must I waste time? Look shut up, baby.
By the looks, or 3 months was good enough for him to have learned a couple of things.
Yeah,
about
even a week, man.
Even a week, no?
Yeah.
I'm saying DM low pangley. Yeah, maybe DM low pangley. Because we also perceive this thing quite differently, and to be in a neutral perspective about Lando, I'd say everyone has a choice. Everyone can do whatever they want to do, whatever they feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
But if you ever see back along the calling you neutral, the now out.
Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah. For me personally, another story to tell. Based on my own personal experience.
See, what will make you okay? I'm Tata man, I'm taking you now. I'm marrying you now, irrespective of what.
You know, you know 6 months before, or even that 3 months before that, okay, this one is the one.
But what makes you be sure?
Okay. You yabona imeti oza ichata already uyayazi 3 months before, 6 months before, but okay, no law,
Yeah.
but you give it some time, give it some space to breathe. You understand? To try and figure out his own izinto. Because I had this conversation actually with my woman one of the good days about Undom chat. Obviously, I want to marry her and things like that. But I cannot just jump into that because we need to look at all aspects. We need to look at our finances.
See, I get feel people die.
Exactly. Abanye bayabuya, abanye bayaya. You understand? So it's not an easy thing for me to just dive into it and say, yeah, no, for me personally, I have to look into Chile. But obviously, I'm not going to look at 100% of the stuff because obviously there would be things that I have to deal with.
But we're rushing against time. Like skata seko, bro. For instance,
where
imagine.
are we rushing to? Siyapi?
No, bro, the time is rushing, bro. Like, remember, we view marriage differently. And there's some bros, marriage is the validation of love. Marriage is the validation of, okay, I'm successful. I have my money, I have my car. I need a woman who will take care of this. I need indlalifa.
You need to ask yourself why footballers nowadays are not babhalisndo zabo andabona.
The people who are hustling for those things.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. So now when you're in a rush,
okay,
uyibona already system is phansi kwayo ngoku. People are trying to beg, chief.
I get it, but imagine if somebody you meet while okay, you're hustling now. You are at your coming up stage. You find that woman. At that level or the standard she's on, she's willing to be like, okay, baby, listen, I understand, right? But I'm willing to be here with you. I'm willing to fight this battle with you. She lower her standard and her values. And she's willing to make sure, okay.
And you must know that thing, chief. You must know that thing, it only applies to you guys. Like to gents.
Okay.
It doesn't apply to them many times. Nah.
But it's only a small pool of women who can do that.
Exactly.
So imagine finding that woman and you're still wasting time. No, bro.
Ujo.
Straight.
Beg to differ. I'd beg to differ, chief. Yeah. Based on, you know, now, I'd beg to differ.
I think that the problem is we are exposed to women who are hustling, who are chasing the bag, and they're in a relationship because of what you have and what you don't have.
Okay, let's take, for example, the situation of Cyan or Mahu, right?
Yeah.
And look at it in a way, the conversation is tetangai. Would you, just because Masunazi looks, we cannot deny that.
Yes.
Would you then quickly marry that person?
I can't marry Sanbuji.
Okay. Would you marry anyone of that same caliber?
Caliber isn't like selling on that level.
On that level. I'm not talking about selling. I don't know about her selling, even though sometimes you might find, she's contradicting herself.
Because it needs to count on how she make her money. How she make her money needs to count. Right? That's when you can be like, okay, I can marry this person. But when you say at the caliber of Sian Buji, we know how she make her money. We know Mahu, okay, she is making music, but you can see she has her own money. Where does she get the money?
So you're assuming that the money only comes from music?
With Mahu?
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
So there's other businesses.
Yeah, the selling bums, those people who look Joe. The aspect that goes with marriage,
yeah.
Cool, you're my woman. So meaning, whatever thing that we think and do must be long term. We're gonna have kids. Yes, we can have enough money, but like, from how you make money, bro, you need to sleep with ministers, manager of municipality for you to get where you are. Nah. The future is done, my dog. Even when you marry it, it's finished. It's done.
And those guys, they know for sure that they're eating the money.
Yeah.
Even if they get to give Cyan 50K,
50,000,
they know that they're bagging these tenders.
Straight.
And simply because obviously they're connected politically with these people.
50,000, 50 rand, Joe. That's a 50 rand. Bro.
You yourself, would you give a woman 50,000?
Nah,
Let's say,
that's
for instance,
madness.
hypothetical situation, you're earning $1 million.
Nah, that's madness, my dog.
How much are you giving her?
Money to do what?
You're earning $1 million.
Money to do what?
Come again?
I'm giving her money to do what?
To maintain itself. Like you're doing now. For example, let's say now you're earning 1,000 rand. You're probably giving your wife 100 or 200.
Nah.
To maintain herself.
Madingeko, who was maintaining her at the time I was not here?
No. But now she's here.
Nah.
Now she's here. What are you doing?
I can't bet it at that level. Unless if that's why for me.
Okay, what's a reasonable amount according to you? Earning 1 million after taxes and everything else? How much are you giving her?
No, bro. Look. I can't give you an allowance at that level. That's stupidity. I'm setting myself like a level and a boundary that I cannot keep up with. If that money is not there anymore, that means you're going to look for it somewhere else. That's why if you are building, if I'm with my woman, we're building, I give you money to take care of the things at home and the money for you to do whatever it's included.
Now, let's talk about Umbeja since we're on that topic already.
Yeah.
What would be a reasonable amount? Or I don't know, maybe we should talk percentages because, people have different incomes. We cannot really compare someone who's earning 10K with someone earning 100K.
Are we living together?
Come again?
Me and the lady, are we living together?
Yes.
In the same household. That plus the basics that everything we're going to need in the house, I'm going to add.
You're earning how much now, for example?
For example, let's say I'm earning 15K.
Okay.
Right? Cool. Let's say I'm renting, right? Rent, let's say maybe it's like 6,000 or whatsoever. And then, let's say I'll give you 10K. She will sort out the rent, the basics, and she will make sure she handle everything. So I wouldn't say, here's 5K weekly. I wouldn't, I'm going to pay you like that. I'll give you money to handle things assembly. On that, I'll add a percentage.
Once off.
Yes. Unless if I feel like, okay, you want for another baby, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then I'll give you money for that. But for me to send a standard, I'll give you 50,000 a week, my dog. Nah.
Makes sense.
How much would you bet you up?
I don't have a fixed amount. Personally, if I'm talking about my current situation now, I don't have a fixed amount where I say, month end, I give you this amount. I don't work like that. But obviously, she has my card. She can get things that she needs. But obviously, most how far they can go, how far they can stretch their muscle, So obviously, you wouldn't want to exceed.
Wait, VR. So you give a woman a card?
No, not as in, she has my card on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, she can. If she wants to Uber, I'm not there to drive her. She can Uber. She can get, whatever she wants and things like that. But not as in having a fixed amount.
Yeah.
And women mustn't know, personally with me, they mustn't know how much you earn or...
It makes you weak, man.
No, it doesn't make you weak as such. Because at some point, you're going to have this conversation before you get married. Because you're going to have to put your pay slips here and say, this is how much we're making combined. This is what we can get. Those figures are very important.
But if she know how much she earns, bro, that's a problem.
It's
marriage
not
or not.
It's not a problem. If you're talking marriage, chief, marriage is union. So the core function is unification in everything.
Where's the masculinity?
About what?
Like
about what?
Bro, like imagine now, okay, I'm earning this X amount.
If chief what do you call 9 to 5. Kodwa usafuna ufihle salary ayizukunceda nganto lonto. It's not like you're having a tender nazo where you're making 500,000. Then you don't, she doesn't need to know any mali nge business.
But it's not hiding it, bro.
No, chief. No, uzazifaka engxakini ngokwakho. Because you're not supposed to do that.
But her knowing that you, okay, 20,000.
Yes.
Sharp. Maybe second week of the month you're already broke. She already know you're already broke. You don't have any plan.
You see, that problem then accounts to both of you guys. Because if ever, from the start, from the get-go, you say, nazi problems, this is our expenses. Those conversations are very tough to have, but you have to have them. Because sometimes you might marry someone, loans, why is stress up, but you don't know these things have been happening. You know, so you're supposed to know about those things before you enter into marriage. This is a tough conversation that I'm talking about. Not getting into a marriage 3 months down the line, already there's issues and things like that.
But her knowing your fixed amount that you get paid, bro.
What's the problem with that? I don't see any problem with that.
No, bro. Like, she's going to disrespect you, bro.
She's not. If a woman's going to disrespect you, she's going to disrespect you regardless, Chief. It doesn't mean just because now was the pay yako.
If we put the expenses on the table,
women just
and
respect
the loans and
whatever
everything,
they want to respect, Chief. Same as with celebs or what you call influencers. They respond to who they want to respond. You can text Ngokwena, Umahu, or whoever.
Yeah.
If you ever want to respond, I'll respond.
Okay, sharp.
And we want the notification.
Okay.
It's not like
let's put it this way. What really defines a man?
Okay. Value. That's
Okay.
the first thing first. If we're talking about men, we're talking about value. Masculinity. And other factors. But if you can focus on those now, the value that I'm talking about. You understand? You don't have to go around telling people. It's the same as when you're educated, you have your own qualification, a degree, whatever. You don't have to go around telling people that I have a degree in BCom or whatever. Yeah, similar situation. But then we wanna go you understand? Not as in walk stylish.
Yeah.
Yeah. But wherever you set your foot, ushia umzagelo. You understand? That's just one factor. But if value yako would then be justified by many factors. You understand how you operate, the discipline you have, how ethical you are, how cultural you are, and many things like that. But you have a direction. Direction. You understand? Masculinity. Okay, nowadays obviously we're talking money when we're talking about that. But for me, they go hand in hand with this value of being a man. Sometimes one would say, value doesn't tolerate cheating. That's just one other factor. Man with value would not date someone who's half naked on social media. Things like that. That's how I see it. I don't know about you.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, yeah. Also
the same thing.
Yeah. But for me, the reason I ask you the question is masculinity and value, right? What brings that? It's the money that you get, right? So if now she knows how far your strength, your money can stretch, the amount of you handling issues, that's a problem now.
How is it?
Because as much as we are in a relationship long term, women are challenging, bro.
No, Chief. Yes,
she will challenge you, dog.
Yes, we know they're challenging. But like I said to you, women challenge whoever they want to challenge.
Imagine she's getting paid more than you.
Bow down. If a woman wants to bow down to you, she will, Chief. Regardless.
Now she's paying more than you.
Regardless, if she sees the potential in you, she will bow down, Chief. Because she knows on the other side it's not greener.
Okay.
It's not.
But
it's not.
Dating the hottest woman, dating the hottest woman that she knows she have options. Way better options. You telling me you must wait?
No, she can go to the streets. She can go to the streets.
One day for us to get a 20,000 in the hole.
No, she can go to the streets. if you're gonna be running around with that mentality, no, Chief, it doesn't work like that. Remember, with men, as we grow old, we mature, Chief.
Yes,
we mature, and like fine wine. With them, it's steep.
Yeah.
So it's not steep, it's actually declining. Why? After the age of 30, chasing 40 with them, you can't have any children. With men, as you grow up older, you become more and more readily available to make children. Even a 70 guy can make children. Chief, I once asked you the other day, a 50-year-old, would he rather go for a 45-year-old? Or a 30-year-old. Yeah. Chief, it's like that. It has always been like that. Even if you look at the age gap between the parents, you'd find that it's 10 years, 15 years, and it was never a problem back in the days. Young women have always seen value in older men. Do you understand? Unlike men, young men seeing value in elderly women. For some, yes, because you'd find that how young you are, that cherry in a 40. Cherry, what is but you must not go with the mindset of wanting to stay.
To build the...
And amachita are young as spina and amachera matala. Yeah, sometimes I'm confused. Yeah, sometimes I'm confused.
They're hustling.
Yeah, well. Today.
They're hustling.
Yeah, injalo. But I don't know how you think about that.
Yeah, for me it's hustling, bro. Like, what would you do? Somebody's older than you.
Yeah, but you'd find that their looks shift.
But the needs are different, bro. Like, the things that she's fighting with in her own cycle and the things I'm fighting for, they will clash.
Hence, I'm saying you cannot go there with a mentality of wanting to marry that person.
Perhaps she have 3-4 babies.
Not even about babies. How many guys has she went through?
Mileage, bruh.
Okay, I'm not talking about that, but yeah.
So we conclude.
We can conclude there.
About your girlfriend or your wife knowing about your salary amount. So she mustn't know. We conclude.
For me, she rightfully so, she must know.
But what if she's getting paid more than your salary?
Does it matter? Nah, it doesn't matter.
When you argue, she'll tell you, you're not made enough.
Like I said to you, we're talking union here. A woman will disrespect you if she wants to disrespect you.
Straight.
I understand this thing that you're saying now. Yeah. Well, most of the time, you find that when women earn more than the men, things get to change here and there. Of which it happens many times nowadays, and what's simply because there's women empowerment. You know, whether it be through BEE and things like that. But they themselves, they can be educated. They can obtain higher position, executive position in companies. So really, even if we look at it as they're a small fraction, but even if they're a small fraction, to some households, you'd find that the breadwinner looks like it's this one because of the money she brings home.
I see again because we disagree. I disagree on that one. Do you think the Scorpion Kings will fill up FNB?
They probably will. Well, their music taste is still pretty much active, as much as you can say so many things about, recent transformations.
But piano is dying, bro. Like,
yeah,
you still listen to piano.
Yeah, it's a slow death. So probably they'll still be there. Like, people will still come because people adore those artists. If you're being real.
But they're not Chris Brown, man. FNB, man. You say FNB, man.
Yeah. What do you think?
They won't fill it up.
They won't fill it up.
They won't. Even on their promotion ad, they're even using Meg G to push that thing. I wouldn't be surprised seeing Mapoda said at Meg G's podcast, trying to push numbers and sales to buy the tickets. Piano is dead, bro. Like, it's dead.
So where are they moving to now?
Afro House.
Yeah. A bit of a chilled vibe.
Straight, bro. Like, piano is dying. Who's still listening to emotional piano right now?
But I mean, like I said to you the other day, no one or anything is not replaceable. Anything can be replaced, but it must be replaced by something that is also sufficient. If you look at this guy, DJ Tira, that guy, he's on another level.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about his age. He's probably 50 now.
Nigga's old, man.
But that guy is pushing, and he has been pushing since.
But he's rocking those boys, man. The boys under him.
Well, you can say that, but he's playing his part in terms of recruiting them in. Whatever happens inside, then it's dependent on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same as when you enter into a new company. They always say you must go and look for the elderly. Go and look. Ask them about the culture. Because there will be obviously the new ones, but there will be the elderly ones that pretty much know and have served for some time in the company. So whatever happens subsequent to that, it's dependent on you. Nah, it's dependent on you.
So you don't blame these labels?
No. I wouldn't. Why would I blame them?
Hey, bro.
Nah, I wouldn't. So with DJ Tira, Chief, he has played his part in recruiting people, making sure that they are at a close proximity with him. Whatever then happens. But you must know you can be replaced if ever you're not standing up. Otherwise, injuries like Dallas second. Look at Zix Bandwin. Look at
those are the OGs, man.
OGs, Chief.
Mosquito.
Yeah.
Trust me.
They'll always be there. They'll always be there. Porter, you wouldn't know. Porter will probably be that guy as well. A few years to come.
We must give him his flowers.
Yeah.
And he understands the game to that level of even when he's old, but you still chow. Even when he's behind the scene, you will still chow from it. He's an OG to that level.
You see?
Yeah.
So people might want to go because, okay, Porter is going to be there. Kabza is going to be there. You see, they're still adoring their music. Look at now in August, Tamia. You know Tamia, right?
Yeah.
She's coming down to South Africa. Chief, it's gonna be packed. And do you know how much the tickets are? I think they start from $750 upward.
This abroad artists, they want to come to South Africa now. Why? Like everybody want to come. Dave is coming to South Africa.
But
J. Cole is coming to South Africa.
It has always been a deal, Chief. It has always been a big deal.
But mostly it's the niggas, bro. Most of the niggas who are coming to South Africa. They want to chow these berries. Trust me.
Nah,
bro.
it's not even about berries, man.
Okay,
nah, leave the berries alone. It's not even about berries. No.
Hey, Joe, Chris Brown. Obviously, before he gets to to South Africa, he already have stock organized for him for the amount of stay that is here. South Africa is one of the most beautiful.
No, but that thing happens even with Opor. Opor, if he's traveling to East London, if he's traveling to PE, already he's got stock there.
But that's my point. South Africa has one of the most beautiful women in the world. So there's people who are abroad. They come here for that. Yes, they come for.
But you can't tell me they travel all the way from the States to just chow.
Let's talk about the value between dollar and rand. So you want to tell me you can go and set up an event where the value of your currency, it's 20 rand, 17 rand minus a dollar, and then still be profitable.
If you look at the prices, for example, the event that I'm telling you about now, the Tamia show that's going to be in August, those tickets already they're very much high, and the reason for that is because they want to balance the foreign currency. Because if ever now she was to charge 200,
there's no profit.
There's no profit. So she wants to run something lucrative by increasing the prices. Best believe it's going to work out. And you'd find that people don't want to sit right at the back. And I'm sure VIP or what do you call front seats are already occupied.
But it's because that's why they will tell you in January that J. Cole is coming in December. You have all the month to save up for that. Obviously, the money he will make in the event in South Africa by December, he already made it 2 days before they even announced the event in America or wherever. Yeah. But you still settle to want to. We understand he is fam, but you still want to come here. How many ladies are coming? Ladies like abroad ladies who are coming to South Africa to push their music here or events. It's very few. It's the blues, man.
Nah, but it depends who you are. Those are big people. If we're talking Chris Brown, we're talking Tamia, we're talking big deals, Chief.
Straight, people, trust me.
We're talking about people who can enter in any country and still be famous.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you'd find that everyone is probably following, here in Africa is probably following Chris Brown.
Obviously, but mostly it's women.
Who else?
Yeah.
Yeah, if Beyonce would want to come here, Chief, it's going to be packed.
Do you think J. Cole would fill up FNB also?
Who?
J. Cole.
Probably.
Like sold out?
Yeah, probably.
I doubt, bro.
You doubt?
Nah, I
Why?
doubt. I used to listen to the nigga, but now, bro, still want to listen to bars and everything. Yes, there are people listen to him, but I don't think you listen to him.
They always set it up. Old folks, they always set it up.
But that's not R&B, bro. People listen to old folks R&B genre. Hip hop, bro. He is dope, but he can't fill up FNB. Trust me, bro. Nah. In America, not here in South Africa.
Not here.
Bro. Did you see the date? People don't want to drink, man. In December, people want to go to Limpopo, Eastern Cape. Now must go to Gauteng, fill up FNB to see J. Cole. Nah, bro.
So according to you, which province probably listens to hip hop a lot?
It would be Cape Town, Gauteng.
Yeah, no?
Yeah, and KZN. No, KZN with KZN maybe 10%.
10%.
Yeah. But the screw bros, which they also go to Gauteng to try for a life.
The
stuff like
Zulus,
that.
the Zulus don't play.
They're strict with the Maskandi, those ones.
No, they're strict with everything.
And they're at home.
Yeah, Zulus don't play around, Chief.
Trust me.
Yeah, you can see even with this whole xenophobia thing, they're the ones that are standing out.
What's your view on that? Let's wrap up with that one. What's your view on that?
They always say, South Africa is not xenophobic and things like that. Firstly, for me personally, I believe that the government should play its own role. But unfortunately, in the past couple of years, they've been playing I don't know what game I can call it, because they're benefiting from these foreigners. If you look at industries now, it's filled with foreigners. Here in Cape Town, if you go to any restaurant, there's foreigners. And it's unfortunate that our people really do not want to work in that type of jobs. They don't want to be petrol attendants. They don't want to work at a restaurant, obviously because they know their value and.
Are you sure they don't want to?
I'm pretty much sure.
Because
I'm pretty much sure. If you have a degree or a diploma, whatever the case is, you wouldn't really want. It's a small fraction that would. Come again?
If majority of people didn't go to varsity, they need any job, bro.
I'd beg to differ, Chef. I'd beg to differ. If I was telling ngomntu ohlala elokishini, abantu baselokishini ke ngabantu abanezitandard kodwa akanandi umuntu.
Yeah.
You understand? Laa mntu lowana would not want to work at a petrol station. I look at where I come from. You'd find that majority is foreigners, and then a couple of South Africans here and there.
I beg to differ, bro. There's no way. You know, many people are looking for jobs. Did you see in Athlone, bro?
Differ, but it's real.
In Athlone, the people who showed up.
Chief, before my current nanny.
Yeah.
It was.
Damn, you have a nanny. Yeah, boss.
Chief, before her.
Yeah.
It was a woman from Lesotho. Those people, they take any job. And if you ever look at it, they're also foreigners.
But then you know about the Lesotho. They say they come and they take any job, then they take your man. So most women, they wouldn't just hire Lesotho women. But you may continue.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that these people would take up any job. But with our people, they pick
standards.
It. Right, they pick it. Of which sometimes it's also good to have standards. To be confident into the person you are. But if you're looking at the situation of our economy and as well as the unemployment, I mean, we'll talk about it almost every time.
Every time, yeah.
It's only increasing in the negative. So there's really no value in just sitting at home, doing nothing and being choosy nowadays.
Yeah,
because you want to have something. So for me personally, I'd say this issue of being xenophobic, it's I don't know how I can put it, but it's one of those things where it's really not helping our people.
Yeah.
No, it's not helping our people. We can chase away all of these foreigners, be it Nigerians, be it Zimbabweans, and all of that. But the question will still stand: do we then have the jobs?
No.
Because at the end of the day, we do not have the jobs. And it's besides the fact that it's black on black fighting and all of that. And I said to you the other day, we need to look at it in such a way that foreigners are welcome in our country, but we want them to be
properly
legal, right? To be legal in our country and things like that. But after we're done with that, legalizing those people, we still remain with the same question. Do we have the jobs? Do we have the land? So those are the biggest questions that we really need to ask ourselves. This one is it's a bit of a longer topic.
Yeah, I don't want that too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, thanks you for coming, man. You know what it is.
Yeah, you know what it is.
See you on the next episode. From me, I'm your boy Thato, aka PG Smokers. Hey, and I'm with Tomas. Catch us on the next episode, and it's a wrap.